eventually in Lightroom, but I haven't done extensive testing to know exactly how much I'm gaining. I'd rather be out shooting and merging and other things than doing a tremendous amount of testing. Let's see if it ends up getting reloaded in here. If it doesn't get reloaded for some reason, it should in general come in. Then there's either something called previous import here, or you can go to, come on, or usually you can right click on an image and view it in its original folder and then choose synchronize folder and it would go look for one. But let's see, because I'm not seeing it in here. Are you guys? CR2, CR2, there's a TIFF. So I'm going to go to its folder in the library to see where those photos really existed. And it looks like right there. I see the picture here. So it looks like it might not have been smart enough because I was working in a collection called HDR, and it just might not have been smart enough to or to place that in the collection. Instead, what it did is it looks like it placed it in the original folder, which is where it should be stored, and it just wasn't smart enough to say, hey, put it in that collection I was working in. So I'll go drag it in there myself, bring it up here, and see what kind of end result we can get. These look like they got out of order. So anyway, I have it here. I'm going to hit D to go to the develop module, and I'm going to process this one as well. If you want a lot more control than what you have here in Lightroom, HDRsoft, the same people that make this plugin, also make a full-blown HDR program called Photomatics. And if you're going to do a lot of HDR, it's a good thing to have. And I don't know the normal price for it. I'm assuming it might be either $99 or $149. Somebody will have to look it up. $99. If you want to get it for a little bit less, you can visit my website, which is digitalmastery.com. And in the resources section of my website, I have a discount code that you could apply. And that will give you some savings. So anyway, here might be my end result. Let's zoom up on the shadowy area. I'll brighten this even more just so you can see what kind of noise we might end up with. And it's kind of a medium amount in this particular case, I think. Okay. So anyway, we have that as an alternative. Let's see if I can get these in an OK order again. For some reason it's in user order. I'm going to put it in by file name. The bottom of my screen is where I change the sort order. And let's see if we can then find this TIFF file. Put at the end. And then somewhere in here, I'm not sure why I don't see the ones I did previously. Not sure where they ended up. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. I do want to, though, let you know that you can do this with extreme images. I have one where I started, this is a slot canyon. That's a blue sky up there. And I had to take a lot of exposures, all the way down to like this, to get into the really deep parts of this. And I was able to merge those together and get the blue sky and what's down here. I believe you can see those on my website. The website for that one would be thebestofben.com in the slot canyon gallery. Don't know if I have them here with me. So HDR. When you're shooting HDR, you want to shoot in raw file format. When you turn on the auto bracketing, usually I set it up for 2 stops between exposures. In some extreme cases, you need 1 stop between exposures to keep things looking smooth, but that's a rare occurrence. And then when I bring them in here, before I merge them, there's one thing you might want to consider. And that is if you go to the Develop module and you come down to the Detail tab, there is some default sharpening that is applied to your image. The default setting is not 0. The problem is anytime you do HDR, it's going to exaggerate any effects that have been applied to your image. It's going to exaggerate chromatic aberrations. Remember those little kind of colorful halos you can get? Those will become much more exaggerated, and so can your sharpening. So what I would do is before I merge these together, if I want the highest quality,